items and it takes longer to kind of come online, can have a high impact in lanes. Like the tri-lanes with Keeper do a lot of damage, but I think ET just gives you a more well-rounded draft.
Yeah, it's also quite a nice combo to do so. Like the team fight is super strong right now. And the Aura also very strong in combination with the Dusa. The Tusk was banned the first 2 games?
I believe so. Yeah, so there was actually plenty of 4 positions this game. If you're talking about Tusk ET, a couple of the strongest right now.
Slipped through my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tusk is definitely like one of the strongest in the game. This tag team. A hero like Dusa that feels really tanky. You stand next to her with the tag team, suddenly it just dies.
Yeah.
That ability is ridiculously strong.
So to imagine Liquid would target some of those naive heroes.
Yeah.
They got TB plus Jug or something.
Might just take out TB again. Yeah. Although Dusa's not really scared of Jug until very late game at least. What else does Naive like to play? Terrorblade, of course.
TV, AM. He played PA in game 1. I wouldn't consider that like one of his favorite heroes, although it, no Pango, and now the Pango, you have picked it as one of their most played heroes.
I can kind of see it through the style as well. Yeah.
Without the Magnus, PA just feels a bit like.
Yeah, I always feel like kind of like Jug too, though. I feel like Jug without Mag is kind of, you need an enabler for Juggernaut, you know? Just by himself, he kind of feels like inferior to many other carries.
One of the heroes we saw against Medusa was Slark, right? But that's also a similar thing where without Magnus.
Yeah. Like these heroes. So
they're also not going to carry the game on their own. Like if you have a Slark, then you need a high impact mid as well. That's also going to scare well.
I mean, PA Tusk makes quite a bit of sense because the tag team is a very strong lane, but the Slark is probably a bit more iffy. But then again, PA doesn't match up very well against Dusa without Mag. Quite hard to fight into. TB's out, Underlord is out.
Wow. We
Beastmaster,
get
the mind control.
Beast
games already, but
Beastmaster Medusa is just insanely strong. This is such high value third pick as well.
Yeah, the draft looks really good already. They have power push now, they have team fight, they have lots of damage, strong lanes.
Yep.
So yeah, the one thing with Liquid that you're saying you're kind of scared of too was the early game. Is this also going to provide them with that early game that they need?
I think this is perfect. You're going to have 2 really strong side lanes, and then you just send Medusa mid. You're like, whatever, Medusa, you go mid, you'll have a good time. Medusa doesn't get crushed in too many matchups. Puts Dazzle on the court. I think you need to have again, you don't want to get run over in the lanes. Lich is perhaps the strongest laning 5 position right now. Just send him safe lane to secure Naive's farm. That's what they did last game. Lich +2.
They could do like a Lich Jug, for example, if they wanted to.
I guess the question's going to be, does that scale hard enough? But obviously, if you go late enough, Jug does get to a point where you can beat Medusa.
Actually, like a level 25 with the talent, Juggernaut Omnislash can contest the Medusa. Sure.
Yeah, Medusa can't easily get away from it or out of it. So not too.
Grimstroke, double Roar?
Double Roar, double Mystic Snake.
I actually kind of like this better than the usual Lich Grimstroke, just because you have a very tanky frontline position 4 that just doesn't rely on, you know, fancy combos.
Ooh.
A Visage.
So Sailor play, he's a Visage spammer, which means Dazzle. That's weird. I guess Dazzle's playing offlane now, like a Dazzle Tusk offlane, and then you're looking for some big hard carry there.
Visage mid against Dusa. I think it's quite nice for Visage to just get 3 levels. You just want to reach level 6 hero.
Yeah. You're not going to pressure Medusa's early farm. Medusa gets more farming in this matchup than others, but you know Medusa's going to get farm anyway.
Yeah.
You can Grave Chill. Grave Chill's pretty low mana cost, so you're not actually going to get your whole mana pool burned that fast.
I mean, just put Visage Echo Trial, and then you put something else middle that can actually contest the Dusa. They need somewhat of a hard carry to contest. It's hard to find.
It seems weird because like if you do Dazzle mid and Visage tri lane, like who's playing? Like Naive doesn't want to play Visage. You want this guy on some mega carry, I would think. Sailor normally plays Visage.
Yeah, would make a lot of sense too. Just how they like to play.
Can like Visage Dazzle plus a Caustic Hero is not gonna. I mean, maybe just all in early game. Right?
Could it just be like a side lane Dazzle? Like doesn't sound too much either.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Their lanes look quite strong, and that's where Visage needs to be in the tri lane or mid, because in a tri lane it can work, in mid it doesn't matter that he has a weak lane.
With all that said, how do you expect these teams to round out their draft?
Pango could pick so many things here.
I mean, they're looking for a hard carry for sure, but lots of the good hard carry are banned out already.
Look at Jug, right?
We're
Jug looks
looking at
solid.
it, Jug. Yeah.
Okay, this is ban Jug, I mean.
Alright, just ban Jug
Pick
themselves.
tie, have no carry, no problem. We're going to end the game in.
That's what we said. Great.
Yeah, go late game. You've got Naive, one of the best carry players. Just survive the early game, carry it late. No, they say no, we're not doing it.
What about a carry tight?
It might-
250 damage tell.
Yeah, but they're not going. Even if they're doing farming tide in the safe lane or whatever, they're not going to play with the late game because you don't outscale.
5 seconds
You
remaining.
really don't. It's gonna be sad if you reach late game with this.
This is like this is the Gambit strat. You know, if you watch Gambit at the Miner and leading up to it, they would just run Visage and 5-man and look to end the game in 25 minutes. They'll get Vlads, they'll get Pipe, Crimson, they'll get all these aura items. Visage, you get a Helm of the Dominator, and they're going to push. They're going to look to end this game super fast.
Yeah, if you don't end it by like 30 minutes, they're gonna be in trouble. So Liquid is looking for a last pick. They could honestly just go Timber again if they wanted to.
They need some carry, some core that
Self-sustain.
comes online early, isn't too greedy.
Do they still believe in the Timber though? Good question. What else is there for Matu? I'm pretty sure Shadow's gonna play the Medusa.
Also, yeah, I guess it could be Matu playing at mid. But even if even if they're staying at mid, they may just want Shadow on it.
I think Timber is just probably the best pick they can get
It's
here.
a Grimstroke plus 1 lane, most likely. And
Self-sustain.
Yeah.
Anything else strikes you?
even just like a non-carry, like something to just de-push.
Like
Jakiro. Core Jakiro.
I would love it. I don't think we'll see it, but I'll love it.
Because they have late game with Medusa. They don't need to pick another scaling hero.
Yeah, they just need to survive.
Bristle, that's a good.
Oh,
That's just a
Bristleback,
frontliner guy who can defend. I think this is actually a good pick for them.
What's the pressure point though here? Now that we see all of the drafts, we talk about the fact that Pango is going to want to go very fast here. What's the pressure point for Liquid? How could that fast strategy actually work for Pango?
They've got to do well in the lanes, because if Matu has like a good laning stage and gets like a fast Crimson Guard, I don't think they can actually in the game against a farm Bristle.
If they get Crimson Pipe or Bristle, like minute 20, it's gonna be almost impossible to fight them. They will have 0 damage, and I don't know. Then the Medusa will just scale. It's hard, honestly. I don't like the Pango lineup too much.
I mean, I think it's fun to watch these drafts. Like I think
It's fun
it
to watch, but it's not game winning.
can be though.
It can be, but most of the time it's not. You need perfect execution. I haven't seen it from Pango in either of the games.
All right, maybe some doubts coming out with the Pango lineup, but we're going to find out right now. This game is going to decide who is going to be moving on to the next matchup against VG.
Can you really doubt Pango's lineup when they have themselves that Lich and Dazzle again, which wrecked so much face in game 2? The expression on your face, Carl, says yes.
It's interesting. I think what God said is accurate, where it's just a really draft of like the well-crafted lineups, the concepts they're going to try and execute, and it's just a question of really who outplays the other and who is like a better read on what's winning in Dota right now.
Yeah.
The Bristol said you can pick up these damage with the concern is there's so much minus armor on the Pango lineup that you might just get destroyed in the duration of a Ravage if you're facing on. Like, you're gonna have a Gush, a Medallion, the Dazzle, like you have Tag Team. Like, there's so much damage. Like, Tag Team plus Birds is kind of crazy. And on the other side, Liquid, you have Grimstroke and Beastmaster, my favorite combo, because the Soulbind and the Roar. Yeah, you puncture BKB. So strong. You have ET, probably one of the best supports in the meta right now. Both drafts look great.
Yeah.
Right?
And you got such great deep push as well, so that's what I'm wondering. Like the panel was saying Pango needs to start really early and get in there, but how do you do that against Medusa's deep push, ET, Grimstroke, Beastmaster? All these guys can hold the line, and then you got Bristleback who can be your frontline tank. That 5th pick from Liquid, and we had that. We actually had that during was it yesterday's games, or it was actually during the no, it was yesterday's games. The Bristleback who basically just stood his ground and held tier 4 towers all by himself.
Yeah.
So we know Liquid have the strength of the last game.
The other cool thing is Pango definitely play a lot better when they have this core Dazzle. This is one of the main things. They won this. They won the It's Not the Summit Online event. Would pick Dazzle first whenever it was available. They play it on every player, and the way they utilize it is really cool. I mean, a lot of people moved away from it after the nerfs, but it's still an incredibly powerful hero, and there's a lot of synergy especially with the Lich. You have all these tanky frontliners. It's just, oof. It'll be a cool game, that's for sure. And I like Shadow is once again activated by the Liquid map, though. It's just.
Are you liking this on bottom lane? This feels really dodgy. The fact, like, creeps aggro to you, but when you get damaged through it with Frost Shield and their body blocking up the creep wave, so mind control, the creep wave is basically going to bounce back the other way, and they can even dive underneath the tower if they want to. Mind control is just in full defense mode. He's not by himself anymore. GH just rotated over. But it puts this top lane as Select versus the Tide Hunter, which would be a fun matchup.
I'm not sure if it's what you wanted to do here, because now you're going to have a level 2... ports down here.
Oh, ET is definitely looking to punch somebody. Plus 54 damage. Look over towards the Tusker. But once again, Frost Shield gets put on somebody and everyone walks away.
Yep. Now we've already seen the prowess of Visage and Tri-Lanes, though, especially as you get more levels. It's just this is gonna possibly be the lane that decides.
And he's zoning out Shadow. This is not a fun lane for Reducer, it seems.
No, definitely not. Yeah, bottom lane, we're probably going to see a bunch of mana used to just harass. There'll be a kill every once in a while, but I don't know if it's actually really difficult for either of these teams to really dominate. Up top, both heroes probably bought a stick. Yep, stick, Quelling Blade, and they're just going to trade.
Yep.
Mid is going to be the key matchup to watch, I think, and so far Shadow definitely suffering.
Can Matumba actually trade into damage when he gets hit by that Anchor Smash? His CS doesn't look great. Right now it's 8-2 versus a 3-1. 2 minutes in. Obviously, there's a big creep wave coming in from Matumba, so he'll make up a lot of space.
Yeah, I'd call that even. This is going to be one of the more slow-paced games, I feel. Neither team really able to rotate too well. It's really just the Tusk that has the ability. Theoretically, you know, you dual roam with Grimstroke, but you're going to have to sit bottom because there's 3 heroes in this lane.
It just feels so like... Alright, he wants to go again, this time with a stun, dive underneath the tower, damage to get through the Visage, but Frost Shield makes it very difficult.
Yep.
Salve up pretty quickly.
I like the decision from GH though. It's a minor detail, but he ended up purchasing a shield at the side shop because he recognized that he's going to be taking this damage, harass, and just an easy mitigation. Buy boots first. So typically, you won't ever get the shield, but in a tri-lane, it's super value. I'd like to see Taylor do something similar, and after he finishes that Melt Talisman, get a messy.
They're going again. Just put that stunner for mind control. And this dodge, it's got a snow change from the top and out the damage coming into Tusker, but through Frost Shield is too difficult. It's as the Visage who finds the first spot on GH. Mind control diving into the tower, taking way too much damage from the tier 1. So Pango with the Soul Assumption, he's body blocked spot with his own board, but that's why Kura tries to turn it around a little bit with a stroke of fate, but he still cannot save the 3 position of Liquid. And maybe they can get a rebuff. Stuns available, Kuro's letting it rip. They're probably going to double kill on him with the stroke of fate. It goes through the Visage and combining with GH with a 60 damage. They actually get 3 kills on bottom lane to both of the supports of Liquid.
Like both teams overstepped a little bit. Liquid obviously with a slightly bigger punish. And it's a bloodbath down here, but neither team really taking a decisive advantage. Like the DS, 9 versus 9. The key here, mid lane, 1-4 out of the Dazzle. Medusa only 14 and 4. Shadow definitely being punished.
If Shadow sees that regeneration rune in time, like, Nave's going to move, he's actually going to get the regen rune. It's so big for him.
And this game, he will be rushing the Necro Book. It looks like, I think that's the right decision. Just allows him to farm it that much faster.
Yeah.
Very strong against the Deuce as well. You have the mana burn on hit, and then it kills it as well.
Snowball and running forward. He does have that ink swelling up, looking for the stun over on the Tusker. That's why Tusker Frost shielded up underneath the big stack. GH wants to use all the bonus damage. Actually kills up the off and one more punch to do it, but actually no, the damage wore off. But he'll still get it with a second swing.
One up TP just a moment, and unfortunately he wasn't able to purchase boots before he died, so now he went with the goals for TP and boots. They'll just be teleporting down in about 10 seconds. Top lane, yeah, it's pretty much just people spamming at each other, nothing crazy.
I think Slayer's wanting to go for this kill. He can use stick charges and get the Frost shield up. With Troy back over. Nope, here's the push shot and the blast. And nope, Kuro's got the distance and also the shrine. So back over the Black Dragons looking for an attempt at GH. They're all baiting out their damage.
Yeah, in the meantime, Mind Control both bottom bounty runes as well. aggression, however, And it's
perform sa stage ang dynamic dance sports team of Cebu City kundi nakakuha na sad sila og mga pasidungog sa laing nasod og naka-perform na pud sila og mga lain-laing mga kompetisyon.
It's always good to see them as one, mga kapamilya, and every now and then nga mohatag sila og pasinungog dire sa Sugbo ingon man sa tibuok Pilipinas. So makita gyud nila no bisan sa mga nagsugod man sila mga bata pa o ba na grassroots unya eventually nakato na sila og sayaw at least likay bisyo sa mga nilang gipakita ilang mga talento karon.
Napatay mga dugang mga updates siya, napatay mga of course ang atong mga contingents
parehas ang right o ang left magdungan ni so lisod gyud ko og lihok pibi mao nang ganahan ko mo appeal sa grassroots nga dance sports sa Cebu City. Di na makakita.
Mao ginada ako i-suggest ni mo unta. Actually, it's not too late for everything. At if feel
By
ako
the way-
next year makita na kanamo sa dance sports team of Cebu City.
Ana ko mag-una, Phoebe, og practice sa ato ang kapamilyang kahimsog every Friday. Kinaman tayo Zumba diha, so mag-warm up ko din ang dapita. But mahibawon ta mo, Phoebe, og
mo-open na
Jow,
ka dapat
nga,
sa every Friday
doon na
na
crowd
exercise.
estimate ang Cebu City Sports Center gikan na ni CPPO Director, Senior Superintendent Ruina Garma. There are about 2 million ka mga ni tan-aw dinha ni sa Parade Road sa Sinulog Grand Parade. Mao ni ang crowd wa pa ni siguro labot sa mga nanimbasab dinha sa Pilgrim Center sa Basilica Minore del Santo Niño sa inuras nga misa sa kapiestahan ni Señor Santo Niño. So inana ma-imagine nato ang kabaga sa mga tao nga naaron dinha sa Parade Road samtang ang ato ang mga dancing contingents ni pahuway pa alang sa ilahang pagpaniudto o karong taod-taod at 1 o'clock mobalik na sab sila sa ilahang street dancing. Mao na nga gipaabot ni sa ato ang mga kapamilya nga naa din haron sa nagalain-laing ruta sa parada. So sila sabron while naghuwat sa mga dancers ni kaon ang uban ni pahuway sama sa gipakita sa report ni Jude Torres nga dunay nagtulda gyud, dunay naghikyad og mga higdaanan diha sa Fuente Rotonda bisan pa sa hulga sa pag-uwan, but wala ni nakapaong sa enthusiasm sa ato ang mga kapamilya nga musaksi sa ato ang Sinulog Grand Parade karong tuiga. Ciao, Phoebe.
Mga pamilya na nagpicnic, din na sa Fuente Osmeña Rotonda, nagbonding sila kuyog sila mga pamilya. So nindot kaayo tan-awon ba na this is also an avenue for families to bond together.
Kung last year, Phoebe, 2 million tong estimate nila dire og dito sa downtown area karon 2 million dire pa lang. So gipaabot na to nga mas daghan gyud ang mga nitambong gahapon gani 1.5 million sa solemn food procession no. Times 3 na sa 500,000 last year. So ato makitan gyud nga every year mas nagadagan ang interest, mas nagkalambo gyud ang atong selebrasyon dire sa Sinulog.
Mo na Phoebe ug Jow, atong awhagon ang ato ang mga kapamilya kay karon taud-taud mo break ta sa ato ang live coverage sa Sinulog 2019, but we will be back at 3:30 sa padayon nato nga coverage hangtod sa pagtapos sa kinatibukan sa pagsayaw sa mga dancing contingents. There are about 24 doon na pipila nga nakapasundayag din sa grand stage. Ang uban naa pa sa Parade Road nga atuhang saksihan pinaagi sa atong live coverage. Natay live stream pinaagi sa ato ang Pit Senior Kapamilya 2019. Mahimo sa mga makitaan sa Mayong Buntag Kapamilya o sa TV Patrol Central Visayas nga mga pages. So dili mahikawan ang ato ang mga kapamilya sa bisan asang dapit sa Pilipinas ug sa tibuok kalibutan nga makakita gihapon sa kalihukan sa Sinulog karong tuiga. Ciao, Phoebe.
Sakto ka, TV, og samtang naghuwata na magsugod pagbalik ang atong programa, ang atong pag-perform sa atong mga contingents dinisud sa Cebu City Sports Center. Ato sab nakita na inanay nang napuno ang mga bleachers sa mga kapamilya natong namalit og mga tickets. Even on either sides of the bleachers na puno na nalingkuran na, especially sa atong mga kapamilya na I think after lunch break yun ang ilahang plano. After lunch break ilang plano.
Nakita din Phoebe nga padayon gyapon ang pagsuod sa mga kapamilya nato. So technically kinito mga miapas na siguro pag witness diri sa Sinulog grand stage karong may gayon na dagan pa kayo no baga-baga pag yung mga tao sunod-sunod gyapon ang pagsuod nila sa Cebu City Sports Center.
O kita mga kapamilya magpadayon ang ato ang tibuok adlaw nga coverage alang sa atong Sinulog 2019. Pwede ninyo makitaan sa online streaming, but mobalik ta by 3:30 karong hapon.
Ayaw mi biyahe mga kapamilya ha kay dagan pa kayo mga performers contingents unya magpadayon ang atong pagpiesta Senyor karong adlaw.
Especially sa mga contingents na atong giatangan, ang atong mga mananaog sa Sinulog sa barangay, mananaog sa Sinulog sa kabataan sa lalawigan, ang atong ang upat ka out of town contingents nga pasandayag unya taud-taud mauna ang atong angay atangan unya sa atong pagbalik sa alas 3:30 sa hapon.
Break lang sa mga kapamilya pero see you later ha at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Diri lang gyapon sa special Sinulog coverage nato.
Pit Senior Kapamilya!
and the full mid.
Halberd on the lit. Glads, Deso, AC, Medallion, HOD, a Hecht if you need it. Did I say Greaves? There's a lot of items. It's tough to keep track.
I haven't get up to Tusker. Let's bring in the kick. The reposition, a jump, and push someone totally out of position.
And it's actually incredible in this game because what's Liquid's been abusing is this high ground and these huge walls. You know, unstoppable force objects. Well, all of a sudden those objects are actually able to punt it about 2,000 yards field, and now they're isolated. They're probably going to find that killer with Pango.
Yeah, it's the pure control you get from both Vettel as well as this is almost like Tusker is tasked with making sure Matum always out of position. Now this top creep wave is something that Pango need to do something about, because right now, okay, the pilot will TP back. Because the tower's got 120 HP. It's been that way since my control was last here. That's why the poor is going to run forward and will not get any damage to the tower.
And so far, one performance of the Pango. Like, Naive and Ghost have not died. And Sailor, I'd argue, has been the MVP, even with his 2 deaths. Like, he's been everywhere. Actually, I gotta look at Ghost's net worth, okay? This is a tie hunter, all right? This is a hell of a play.
Yeah. It's time to go dataless as well. You gotta love the way that Dota can just be modified. You change one ability on a hero. This hero get changed. Desolator and Daedalus on a Titan.
Oh my god, it's just the minus armor, man. There's just so much of it. He's talent. Minus 12. Deso, minus 7. Dalian, minus 7. Dazzle, I think it's what, 3 per stat?
That's why I said, like, Grimstroke, when he got in, like, that happened just after the negative number on Gush. He went to negative 27 on Grimstroke. Like, it's not a...
Relax, spend your gold, buy those items. I don't think you're feeling any pressure. Yeah, the Medusa, you're worried about the scaling into the late game, but since you have 2 racks, you're this far ahead, and really, lineup of Pango, I think, is scaling better than you would, just because how long has Tidehunter been in Dota?
Yep.
Have you ever seen one go late game with these items, right?
No. But